What is up, my viewer? Spang here, bringing you another viewer-submitted replay. I have a lot of these, and actually, I have so much because you guys are so awesome that I'm doing 2 a day now, if you haven't picked up on that. So there should be one, we're talking Central Time here, so US Central Time. There should be one at night and one in the afternoon. So, yeah, expect that. So here we have Randomberg. This is his first replay he has sent me, in his KV-1S, in a match that looks more or less pretty even. It is an encounter battle on Siegfried line. I would have to say that really no team has a particular advantage. And right here, a member of his team saying, save the flag. Yes and no, like we all have heard me say once before, and I will say it again. There is... encounter battles are a little tricky, because if you send everything to the flag, but the enemy team has a solid defense in place, you are going to get yourself lit up. You're going to lose tanks unnecessarily before they actually do anything. The other option is to try and just take the flank and kind of circle around and sweep up the enemy best you can and then go for the capture point. But if you ignore the capture point too much, you will lose by the enemy team capturing the base. So it's always a tricky thing there. You saw him taking some shots in the field, doing not really anything. His shots just missing. Now, in case you have not noticed, his KV-1S does not have the upgraded gun, and I need to breathe more. So here we go. He's basically paying attention to the field. Like I was saying, one of the most common strategies you will see in an encounter battle, if I can learn to speak, is the enemy team basically ignoring the capture and going straight for your team, kind of going for that flank. That T-49 sitting out in the open, not really sure what exactly he's doing. That Leopard kind of doing some more of the same thing. The plus side to this lower tier gun, faster rate of fire, so I might even have better damage per second. But that does also mean you have less penetration, therefore less effective, more or less you aren't as powerful. You can't take on as high tier things, but when you're the top tier, you can really afford to work that lower tier gun and utilize that high rate of fire. So there we go, getting his first kill. The second kill for his team, going to try and kill that Leopard, but not really doing anything here. And wow, as you can tell, his choice to stay and look at the field really paying off here, considering how much of the enemy team is actually in the field. You've got 1 tier 6, 3 tier 4s, and a tier 5. That is a significant force, but not really anything he cannot handle, not really anything his team cannot handle here. And his team is actually on the capture point as well, so just winning on all fronts, even though teams in terms of losses are still very even. 3 for 3. He has 6 cents. Wow, that is unexpected on a heavy tank. But or is the KV-1S a heavy tank? Anyway, like I was saying, definitely still unexpected, regardless if it's a heavy or a medium, because you will see 6 cents a lot more on tank destroyers and on artillery, but not so much on normal tanks. More or less, people will go for perks such as I'm sorry, I misspoke. Perks such as Repair or Brothers in Arms, or something maybe a little more, I guess, practical. 6 cents is useful. Don't get me wrong. On every tank it can be useful, but it's all a matter of your playstyle and knowing that, knowing how to utilize those skills to your playstyle. Anyway, I've babbled on enough. Let's actually focus on the game here. He's got a Panzer IV here. He's got 2 kills of his team's 5. His team is actually still on the capture point, but now losing by tank kills. He's going to shoot that little hatch, or at least try to. Not really quite hitting there, just completely missing, which is somewhat of a surprise. If I had to guess, I'd say his tank crew is not that well trained. He's bounced quite a few shots at this point, and he is still watching this field, which is something he can be really effective at, but his team's looking like they could really use backup on the capture point. The enemy team having really done a good job of encircling his team's tanks on the capture and preventing them from a win by capture. The T-28 kind of charging towards that Panzer III, also going to have to deal with the KV-1S, not even bothering to zoom in there, and he's realizing maybe he should go help his team out, prevent them from getting completely annihilated. There we go. His team lost all of their capture points at this point in the match. Really not looking too good, but at the same time, it is still very winnable. His team's losses aren't too significant, not too great. I've seen more impressive comebacks. His team's only behind by 2 tanks. And right here, you're seeing the... Ooh, he switched to HE accidentally. I was wondering what was up with that orange penetration indicator. So, yeah, HE, again, you've heard me say it once. You'll hear me say it now. Not really too useful unless you're going for capture resets and the such. Now, the enemy team not really having too many impressive things, not that I could see. There was a Panzer IV, still only down by 1 tank, still very winnable. He's got 3 kills at this point. This is one of the plus sides to the KV-1S. It's rapid movement. Not quite a French tank in its speed, but it is very fast. It's definitely faster than the KV-1. And certainly more maneuverable than many of the tier 6 tanks. Hitting that KV-1 right in its bum. Going to finish off this Panzer IV, zoomed out there a little preemptively. He could have accidentally missed from that, but as you see, he did not. Really trying to punch this enemy team in its side, in its rear, and kind of prevent this capture. Bouncing shells here again. Well, not really bouncing them, but more absorbing them into spaced armor. I was not actually aware that the KV-1S was so good at soaking up damage. Really not doing... basically, he's taking shots. I mean, taking hits. Those shells are impacting his armor. They are punching holes in his tank. But apparently, the KV-1S has quite a bit of spaced armor, and I was not aware its survivability was so good. They're having a bit of trouble with that wall, and really, this enemy team dedicated to this capture, pretty confident they can take him on, despite him having more health than this KV-1. This KV-1 really not doing anything to prevent himself. T1, wow, taking one for the team, pulling in front of his KV-1 friend to shield him from the shots, but the KV-1 kind of doing his own move there to expose himself and get himself shot. Now, one thing you will notice, his driver is hit, but that's not really a priority for him at this point. I'm not sure why he doesn't have a repair kit on this tank, but he does have a health kit and a fire extinguisher. So the KV-1 still alive and capturing. The T1 almost about to lose his life. Both of them very hurt now. He is in a position to finish both these guys off, taking quite a significant number of hits. Kill number 5. And he will be able to finish off. Ooh, that KV-1S apparently... I'm sorry, KV-1 apparently getting eliminated by his team's artillery. His team, that KV-1 out in the field, apparently doing his fair share and stopping whatever push there was over there. And right here you will see Randenburg definitely doing more than his fair share, getting 5 kills, potentially a 6th. And certainly, I would be very surprised if he did not get Defender. Very good on his part, going to the capture point and really just preventing the enemy team from a capture. I think, if I recall correctly, he said he got Ace Tanker from this match, as well as a few medals. Obviously, Defender is going to be one of them. This M7 Priest running for his life. Not really sure what he hopes to accomplish here. Really, his chances of survival are slim to none. If I were him, I would probably just stay and fight and try and get more damage off so I could earn a little more credits rather than turning tail and trying to run away from a target that, I mean, an enemy that's really just gonna shoot you in the rear and you have no chance of getting away from. Anyway, 6 kills, so that will be a Top Gun. Decent amount of experience and credits. If I had to guess, maybe not... Oh, Steel Wall. There we go. I was talking about that earlier. Certainly absorbing an impressive number of shots. Not quite bouncing, but, you know, with spaced armor, you don't take damage. Those holes really don't do anything but make your tank look more intimidating. So, personal achievements, 6 kills, as we know. 4 damages. Not really the most accurate firing I have ever seen. Definitely 29 for 44. Not too... not very good accuracy, but as you saw, he waited for those shots. I'm guessing it was just a factor of tank crew. Hits received, 15. So that's definitely an impressive number. Definitely credit goes to the KV-1S's spaced armor, which apparently it has. News to me because I have never played the tank, but I do fight it quite often. But, you know, I use larger tanks when I'm fighting it. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm going to 2-a-days now. I'm sorry, I used to play football. That's a football term. Anyway, 2 replays a day, just so I can actually get through your replays in a timely manner. You guys are awesome. I said it once, and I'll say that again. And also, yes, if any of you watch my subscriber count, I've been over 100 for a while, and I am still working on that 100 subscriber video. Things have just been hectic. I would like to see if I can get that out before the end of the week. So ideally, I'd say Thursday or Friday. Expect it Friday. I would say that's a fair estimate. Anyway, if you liked this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And as always, if you got a replay like Brandenburg here, send it to spanglereplays@gmail.com. Email in the description, as always. And sorry if I rambled a bit this match. I am just a little bit tired, and I have started playing again. Things have been rather busy. Anyway, this is Spang, and I'm signing off.